presenting BIS11. So today I want to explain to all of you about the comparison between local hormone and circulating hormone. So before I proceed to explain this comparison, let me introduce to all of you what is actually endocrine system. Endocrine system is a network of glands that make up hormones, which help cells to communicate with each other. Cells communicate with each other by using chemical signals. These chemical signals, usually hormone, are being produced by the hormone cell and be released to the extracellular spaces. In order for a cell to detect a signal, the target cell or the neighboring cell must have the right receptor of its signal. When signaling molecule or the ligands are being bind to the receptor of target cell or neighboring cell, it alters the shape of the receptor and trigger exchange in its cell. There are two groups of signaling molecule that I will explain today, which are local hormone and circulating hormone. Hormone and circulatory hormone. So what is actually local hormone? Local hormones are hormones that do not circulate within the blood. They either bind to the neighbor cell or the same type of the cell that produces them. There are three types of local hormone, which are paracrine signaling, autocrine signaling, and synaptic signaling. But in this video, I will only explain to you the two types of local hormone, which are paracrine signaling and autocrine signaling. So we move on to the paracrine signaling. Paracrine signaling are cells that communicate to each other in a short distance through the release of hormone. Paracrine signaling allows cells to locally coordinate activity with their neighbors. The cell releases the signaling molecule or hormone and act on the receptor of the neighboring cell. Examples of paracrine hormone are estrogen in ovaries and testosterone in testes. So next is autocrine signaling of the local hormone. So autocrine signaling is a cell that releases the signal molecule and binds to its own receptor of its own cell. This means that the cell releases the hormone and binds on the same cell that secreted them. This may seem odd for a cell, but the autocrine signaling plays an important role in many processes. The autocrine hormone is important during tumor development, helping cells take on and reinforce their correct identity for several factors. For example, of autocrine signaling is cytokinin interleukin 1 in one side. So we move on to the circulatory hormone. Most circulatory hormones are endocrine hormone. The circulatory hormones are hormones that are being secreted into the blood vessel by one cell that affecting the functioning of other cell. These circulating hormones act on the distant target and travel in blood vessel to reach the target cell. So, for further explanation, these signaling cells secrete their hormones or signaling molecule and are being secreted into the blood vessel and being traveled to the distant away from the signaling cell and goes to the target cell on another part of the body. The example of the circulating hormones are thyroid hormone, insulin, and thyroxine. The model, you will able to understand more on how to differentiate the local hormone and circulating hormone. And my demo model, it shows you the process of paracrine, autocrine, and circulating hormone clearly, and that can help you to improve your understanding better. My model is really unique as I only use the recyclable item that I obtained in my house, which are the black pepper, the toothpick, the plasticin, and the straw, which I can obtain it in my kitchen and in my house. During my construction of this model, I used the plasticin, which helped me to think better and improve my understanding better. That's all from me. Thank you.